Welcome back to Arsenal Transfer Daily. It's Toby Guna here again. And today, let me tell you, Arsenal might be able to get a big signing in by the end of June. Now, just like we did last season, the players came in so fast. We had the likes of Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, and Timber, of which, of course, we know Timber will be like a new signing for us this season. Now, clubs will be forced to sell players because of the PSR rule. PSR means the profit and sustainability rule. So now, clubs to sell players to comply with the PSR rule are Chelsea, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Everton, Nottingham Forest, and Leicester. This was posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, by Sky Sport News, but this has since been deleted. Reason best known to them. Now, what is this PSR rule? Now, let me read something on the website of the Premier League. Now, Premier League clubs have agreed to trial an alternative financial system which operates like a spending cap in the 2024-2025 season. Now, the squad cost rule, that is SCR, and the top to bottom anchoring rule, the TBA, will operate alongside the existing profitability and sustainability rule, PSR, on non-binding basis. Now, the top flight clubs have faced difficulties with the PSR this season. That is the season that just finished, with Nottingham Forest and Everton both receiving point deductions for breaches. Now, teams will be allowed to spend not more than 85% of their total revenue on squad under the new system. This will really help football. But with the vote that was passed yesterday and looking at reading the whole thing comprehensively, there are loopholes. Now, these loopholes, let me give you an example. What about money generated from club hotels? This is just an example. Now, meanwhile, the TBA is an anchoring model based on the earnings of the bottom club. The Premier League said the TBA is designed to be a preemptive measure to protect the competitive balance of the Premier League. Now, the club voted for the decision at the Premier League AGM, that is their annual general meeting, on Thursday, yesterday, in which they also decided to continue with the video assistant referee, the VAR. Now, that vote was 19 to 1. Wolves were the only club who voted against, and the remaining 19 clubs, including Arsenal Football Club, voted for the VAR to continue being used next season. Yes, we had our own share of the negative impact of the VAR, probably because of the standard that has been set by Howard Webb, who is the head of the referees. You know, the ref keeping to not overturning referee's decision if you are not absolutely sure. Yes, we can point out so many things. The Wolves penalty against Manchester United, Arsenal versus Newcastle United. You know, those moments we can pick them out. But also, the VAR has also done very great job in the EPL. So many that we can't start mentioning now. Now, the positive outweighs the negative. So probably that is one of the major reason why the remaining 19 club voted for VR to continue to be used next season. So now let's look at where do we need to strengthen next season. Now, I spoke about this in my last video that we need a backup goalkeeper, we need a left back, 8 or 10, because we don't know where Rice will be dominant next season, where Mikel Arteta will decide to use Declan Rice next season. Will it be 8? Will it be 6? So now we'll look at strengthening the 8th or the 10th position, and we need a striker. Is it somebody of Kai Havertz caliber, or um, um, that kind of striker that stays in the box like Haaland? Give me the ball, let me score. Is that the kind of striker we'll be going for this season? And if you check one of my previous videos, we spoke about some of the striker targets like Benjamin Sesko, and we really spoke in depth about him. So let's focus on the midfield today. And I have 5 different options based on news making the rounds of midfielders that might fit our style of play, either a 6 or a 8 midfielder. So the first one we'll be talking about is Douglas Luiz of Aston Villa. Yes, Douglas Luiz is 26-year-old. He plays both position, the 6 and the 8. He's a right-footed player, and the fee is £60 million. Douglas Luiz is very, very good, but I don't see Aston Villa selling Douglas Luiz. I think they will be selling players like okay, let me just give you one. Jacob Ramsey. I think Jacob Ramsey will be the player that will be sold probably. We're not sure, but I think because of his injury problem in and out of the team, he has not been consistent. I think Aston Villa would rather sell Jacob Ramsey than let us have Douglas Luiz. Yes, but if we look at Douglas Luiz stats from last season, in the EPL he played 35 games, only missing out on 3 games and scoring 9 times last season, which is very, very good for a midfielder. Number 2 on my list is Amadou Onana. Amadou Onana plays for Everton Football Club. Amadou Onana is 22 years old. He's also 6/8. He plays 6/8 position. He's right-footed, and he will cost £50 million. Now, I don't think that is it. I don't think let's see one of the players and make let Everton sell just one player and make that money to balance their book. So I think they will let Amadou Onana go if they are really, really serious about it, rather than selling 2 3 players. Because if you look at that position, Amadou Onana plays for Everton. Mostly he plays 8. He's good with the ball defensively. He is good with interceptions. So I think he will be better off at Arsenal as a 6 if Thomas Partey goes this season or this transfer market. So I think they will just decide to sell him for that amount. Just sell one player rather than sell 2 or 3. And in that same position, Everton has Guana and Decore playing that position. If you see what Amadou Onana did last season from the midfield, playing 6 for Everton, he played 30 games, scoring twice. Now, if you look at his price tag, 50 million is quite a lot of money. Who do you think was selling our midfield to make that kind of money to buy Amadou Onana? Drop your comment in the comment section if you think you will go with Amadou Onana. But well, let's see. But according to Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal have made contact with him. And if you know, we wanted to sign him 2 years ago, even before he went to Everton Football Club. But these are news, probably let's say rumors making the round. And the third player on my list today is Morgan Gibbs White of Nottingham Forest. Morgan Gibbs White is 24 years old. I think he is the only 10 on this list, the only creative midfielder I have on my list today. So, like I said, he's 24 years old. He plays 8 and 10. He's right-footed, and he will cost just 35 million. 35 million is okay. He's a very creative player, and because we don't know what will happen with Emil Smith Rowe, I think Morgan Gibbs White is one I will look at going forward, not the defensive position. Because if Smith Rowe goes, if Nelson leaves, if all these players were looking to offload, if they all go, who do we replace them with? So if we have the likes of Smith Rowe leaving us this transfer window, I think Morgan Gibbs White for 35 million pounds is not a bad idea. Now, Morgan Gibbs White with Nottingham Forest last season, he played 37 games, which is a very good number for a midfielder. You know, when we're looking at injury worries for players, look at most of our squad were fit last season, which is one of the things that helped us get to where we got to, chasing Man City bumper to bumper last season. So this is the kind of player I think we need, playing 37 games out of 38 in the EPL, and from the midfield scoring 5 times. Morgan Gibbs White will be a very, very, very good bargain. Yes. Number 4 on my list plays for Leicester. His name is Kenan Dewberry Hall. He's 25 years old. He plays 8th position. He's left-footed, the only left-footed player we have, and he will probably cost 25 million pounds. But I think if you put it hierarchy wise, he will be the last on this list. I don't even think Arsenal will even look at him. And he will probably go to clubs like, let's say, Brighton. Those are the kind of clubs. And if you look at it, Leicester also needs to sell players to balance their books, also according to the PSR rule. So for 25 million, Hall will need to, it might not be him though, but he looks likely to be the one to leave Leicester City, one of those to leave Leicester City come this transfer window. Now, in the championship last season, before they gained promotion, he played 39 times, scoring just 3 goals, which is not bad. But I, looking at it, he played the 8th position all through. All through, he didn't drop down playing 6. He was an offensive midfielder all through last season. And for him to get only 3 goals out of 39, one of the reasons I said Arsenal will not even look at him. Now, the last one on my list today is Yusuf Fofana. I know you guys will be like, Fofana. Yes, we have been looking at Fofana off and on. We've had rumors. We've had Fabrizio spoken about him, linking him to Arsenal, having people look at him. Fofana is 25 years old, who plays 6th and 8th position. He's right-footed, and will cost us just 20 million pounds, which is the cheapest on this list. But for what he brings, I think that will also be a very, very good bargain. Now he's in the final year of his contract, which means by the summer of 2025, he will be a free agent if he doesn't sign a new contract. But for him to still be holding on, not signing another contract, means he wants to leave. He wants to go to a bigger club, and I see one of those clubs probably will be Arsenal. Now, he is big, strong, and very, very reliable. Because if you have a player like Partey leaving, this is the kind of player we want to have at the base of our midfield, sitting right in front of our defense because of his physicality, his interception, and the rest. Let's see what he did in the French league last season. Now he played 32 games last season in French League 1. He scored 4 goals. In Coupe de France, he played 3 games, no goals. But then in the French League 1 last season, as a defensive midfielder, he played 20 games in the defensive position, and he scored all the 4 goals he had in that position, playing as a 6. Playing as the 8, the offensive position in the central midfield, he played 14 games there with no goal, no assist. So he's better utilized as a 6. That's why I said he will be a good fit if Thomas Partey leaves Arsenal this transfer window. And because, like I said, because of his physicality, interception, the goals he scores, with that size sitting in front of your defense, you'll be rest assured that we've got a very big one right there. Now, I know you guys will be thinking I'll bring Bruno Guimaraes to on this list, but nope. For 80 million, that guy is too expensive, and I don't think Newcastle will sell him to Arsenal. Probably they'll sell him to another club, but Arsenal Football Club, nope. Newcastle will not sell him to us. So, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Drop your comment, please, and please, and please. I am begging, help me click on that subscribe button and like. Please like this video. Please and please like this video. Engage with us so that in the next video, if there are any comments, suggestions, questions, we'll tackle everything in our next video tomorrow. So guys, we've come to the end of Arsenal Transfer Daily. I'll see you tomorrow. Toby Gomez out of here. Cheers.